biology teacher. Here we are studying chapter number 1 of standard 8, that is crop production and management. So as you know that in the last lecture we studied about what is crops, then the different activities of agriculture, right? That are 7 activities. In that we studied about the first activity, that is preparation of soil. So let's recall it. Preparation of soil involves 2 main activities, that is leveling and ploughing. Okay, first we have to do ploughing. Ploughing means turning the soil. Okay, so due to ploughing the soil gets turned, the top soil goes down while the soil which is underground will come up, right? So due to that the microbes can easily grow in the soil, because as the soil turns it also becomes loosen up, right? And microbes can easily breathe as the soil have some air. Then we studied about the implements which are used for ploughing, that is the plough, the hoe and the cultivator. Nowadays tractor driven cultivators are used for ploughing. It saves the time as well as labor of the farmer. Then we studied about leveling. Leveling is to level the soil. Okay, as the soil is in one level, okay, then it is easy for sowing as well as for irrigation. For leveling, leveler is used, right? It is made up of either wood or iron. So this we studied in the last lecture. Now let's move towards to the next agricultural activity, the number 2, that is sowing. Sowing means when we put some seeds into the soil, then it is known as sowing, right? So let's move towards it. Sowing means we are just keeping the seeds into the soil and we are giving all the seeds the proper condition to grow, to germinate. So whenever we are doing agriculture, sowing is one of the most important step in agriculture. If we do not sow proper amount of seeds or proper healthy seeds, then we will not get proper amount of crops. So let's see that for sowing what is important. So sowing, seeds must be of, okay, for sowing seeds must be of having some characteristic. Which characteristics seeds have? Let's see. Number 1, good quality. Okay, so seeds must be of good quality. Okay, so we have to check the quality of seeds. If seeds are of not good quality, then these seeds might not get germinated, right? So seeds must be of good quality. Then the seeds must be healthy. Healthy seeds are necessary for sowing. Obviously if the seeds are healthy, then it will germinate and it will flourish into a new plant. Okay, and the seeds must be clean. So the seed must be clean. Okay, it should not be dirty, right? So these 3 characteristics are most important. Good quality, healthy and clean seeds should be there. Then how can we judge whether the given seeds or whether the seeds we have are having good quality and they are healthy? So for that what we have to do? We have to soak all the seeds in water for few minutes, right? So here it is written, soak the seeds in water for few minutes. After few minutes, when we see these seeds, we can see that some seeds are floating on water and most of the seeds are soaked in the water. So what is the reason behind this? The reason is, when we soak the seeds, the healthy or the good quality seeds are heavy in weight, and as we know, if they are heavy in weight, they settle down. And low quality seeds or unhealthy seeds will come up, means they float on water. So by seeing these soaked seeds, we can easily separate the good quality and healthy seeds from the bad quality or poor quality and unhealthy seeds. So soaking the seeds into water is the best method to separate the seeds of good quality and healthy seeds, right? So next topic is tools to be used for sowing. Okay, how we have to sow, but before that we have to understand the tools which are used for sowing, right? So tools to sow the seeds. First is traditional tool. Okay, traditional tool means, as I told you before, that these types of tools we are using since long, right? So these are known as traditional tools. So these tools are having funnel shape. Here this is a funnel. Okay, it is of funnel shape, means we have to add seeds here into the funnel, right? Then it is connected, the end of the funnel is connected with 2 to 3 pipes. So connected with 2 to 3 pipes having sharp ends. These pipes are having sharp ends. So when these pipes are in the soil, they pierce into the soil. So this ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Okay, when this sharp ends go deep into the soil, okay, it will one by one the seeds will fall down and we will get the seeds, right, in the soil. Second is seed drill. Okay, seed drill is an implement which we are using nowadays. Okay, so it obviously saves the labor and time of a farmer. Okay, due to technology we are getting these types of implements, right? So how to use this seed drill? What is it? Let's see. Seed drill, it is used with tractors. As we have learned that cultivators are used with tractors, same as it, the seed drills are also used with tractors. What it will do? It sows the seeds uniformly at equal distance and depth. Means here in this method, as it is done by the machine, okay, the seeds can be sown at equal distance. Means there is an equal distance between two seeds, right? So the seeds are sown at equal distance and at proper depth. And after using this seed drill, the seeds get covered by soil. Okay, so the seed drill ensures us that it covers the seeds with soil. Okay, now there are two questions in my mind, that what is the meaning or what is the use of sowing seeds at equal distance and depth? Why we have to sow the seeds at equal distance and depth? Okay, so the answers are, we must have to sow the seeds at equal distance. Why? Because if at one place so many seeds are there, then they will not get proper amount of water, nutrients, sunlight, etc. So the crowding must be avoided, right? So we have to sow the seeds at equal distance. Okay, and why we have to sow the seeds at equal depth? Because if we have sown the seeds at equal depth, then the seeds, equal depth means what? The seeds must be not deep inside the soil, must not be on the top of the soil. Okay, it should be a proper depth, right? So what is the meaning of proper depth here? Why we have to do so? Because if the seeds are very deep inside the soil, they cannot germinate, they cannot receive the sunlight, and that's why they cannot germinate and flourish into a new plant, right? And seeds must be not on the top, because birds who are flying from our fields can easily eat these seeds. If the seeds are eaten by birds, then obviously we will not get the crops. So this is why we have to sow the seeds at equal distance and equal depth. So this is all about sowing. Now let's move towards the next agricultural activity, that is adding fertilizers and manure. So first of all, the question is, what are fertilizers or manures? So substances which are added in the soil as nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are known as fertilizers or manures. Okay, these substances are added into the soil. Why they are added into the soil? For healthy growth of plants, right? As we know, the soil is having lot of nutrients. As the soil contains biological waste like the dried leaves, the twigs, branches, etc. Okay, plus the animals and plant waste, all this are having nutrients. So the soil is already having nutrients, but sometimes it happens that soil does not have the proper amount of nutrients which are required by plants for their healthy growth. So these substances are added into the soil for healthy growth of plants. They are in the form of nutrients, right? So these nutrients are required by plants. Now why is it needed? Means why these nutrients are needed? So as I told you that sometimes the soil do not have all these nutrients, right? Why this happen? So for that, let's see this. Farmers grow crops continuously. As we know, at some places farmers are growing the crops continuously. Means as they harvest one crop, suddenly after some days they grow or they sow the seeds of another crop. So the farm will not be remain uncultivated. Means farms are having some or the another crop. So farmers are growing crops continuously one after the other, right? So as we know, all the plants, all the crops require proper amount of nutrients for their healthy growth. So as these crops are growing, it requires nutrients, so they are continuously absorbing nutrients from the soil. One time it happens that soil is now not having any nutrients. So plants use up these nutrients and make the soil poor in nutrients, right? So for that, what happens? Soil will having no nutrients because all the nutrients are absorbed by the plants, right? So for replenishment, okay, replenishment means to give the nutrients, to replace the nutrients again in the soil. That is the meaning of replenishment. So for replenishment of nutrients, farmers have to add these nutrients into the soil. Okay, as the soil is now poor in the nutrients, we have to add the nutrients into the soil. Okay, and the process of adding the nutrients into the soil is known as manuring. Okay, this process is known as manuring. If the manuring is insufficient or improper in amount, the plants will not grow properly. Means it will lead to improper growth of plants. Insufficient means the plants require some nutrients in high quantity, some nutrients in low quantity. So this quantity must be maintained, right? And improper means if we are adding the manure at one place only and not giving to each and every part of the soil or part of the farm, then that is known as improper manuring. Okay, both of this will lead, that is improper manuring and insufficient manuring, both of this will lead to the improper growth of plants. So this is all about manure and fertilizer. Now in next lecture, what are the perfect meaning of manure and fertilizer and what is the difference between these two terms, we will study.
आभार।